Shalom, Kol Haloyim, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachakudash, Shan Yukabad, Gadwala Requab, Zaquanim Nawa, Wa Shalayatim Nawa, and that's the belongers to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Shalom, Wa Barakim, Labakaryim, Shalayasharala, and that's peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. So as you can see, I typed in higher food prices from Ukraine war, and that's because an article was sent to me about 2 days ago, and I took a picture of it, and so I went to find it and typed this into Google. And as you can see, many articles popped up that are relevant just 2 days ago, 1 day ago, 1 day, 2 days, 2 days, 2 days, so on and so forth. So this is something that's very much relevant, and it's significant because the Bible talks about how the Lord would bring plagues upon the world. One of those plagues is famine. So this article is from Al Jazeera. I'm not going to click on it. I'm just going to read it. It says, Ukraine war disruptions send food prices to their highest ever. This article from NPR says, war in Ukraine sends global food prices surging to record high. So in these end days, and I'm sure if the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is upon you, it's clear for you to see and agree that we are living in the end times. So in these end times, global food prices, because of this Russia-Ukraine war, are being sent to their highest ever record. So it's no coincidence that this is happening right now. And before we pick one of these articles to read, let's just get this end time prophecy in the book of 2nd Ezra 15. We'll start at verse 1. It says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. The words of prophecy, meaning you're going to say or proclaim things that will come to pass before they actually happen. Speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true, meaning they will come to pass. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity or the unbelief of them trouble thee that speak against thee, that mock against prophecy, that laugh against it, that scorn. Verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Now, I'm sure if we could, or did, look up verse 5 in the Hebrew, or the Greek rather, we'd see that that word world in the Greek would be oikomene. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, oikomene meaning the entire world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. So one of the plagues that the Lord would bring upon the entire world in these end days is famine. And we're seeing that right now. We're seeing prophecy being played out. I clicked on many of these articles because I was trying to find a video, but I wasn't able to. And so what we're going to do is just read this article from The Guardian. It seemed to bring out the most facts, the most relevant information in the very beginning of the article. So we're going to read this and then get back into the scriptures. The first paragraph says, global food prices rose to their highest ever levels in March as a result of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the UN has reported. Cooking oils, cereals, and meats hit all-time highs and meant food commodities cost a third more than the same time last year. Food commodities cost a third more than the same time last year. So in March last year, 2021, food prices were just a tad bit cheaper. Now, you would figure right now they're talking about how infections are slowing down, hospitalizations are decreasing, less people are dying because of the C-19. You can now go into restaurants, bars, different venues without your masks on. So you think that things are getting better, but no. The effects of the pandemic are already here, and they're here to stay. We're now seeing global food prices at all-time highs, hitting records. It's no coincidence. And this is according to the Food and Agriculture Organization's Monthly Food Price Index, the FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization. The Russia-Ukraine war has disrupted Black Sea exports of crucial commodities from a region that had been producing more than a quarter of the world's wheat exports. The war has helped push cereal prices up 17% over the past month. That's just over the past month, with the closure of ports throttling wheat and maize exports from Ukraine. So because of the Russia-Ukraine war, different ports had to be closed, which means that they had to increase the price of these different cereals and wheat. It says Russia exports have also been slowed by financial and shipping problems. World wheat prices soared by 19.7% during March, while maize prices posted a 19.1% month-on-month increase, hitting a record high along with those of barley, and I believe that's pronounced sorghum. The FAO said these problems were likely to persist. Now they're already at a record high. But now the FAO is assuming, and they're putting it out there, that these food prices are only going to increase. These problems were likely to persist, they're saying, leading to higher prices, lower stocks, and uncertainty in the wheat market in the future. So these food prices are only going to get higher and higher. Things are only going to get worse and worse in terms of the economy, especially in America, but globally. And these are the times that honestly we're looking forward to, because this kingdom has to be destroyed in order for the kingdom of heaven to be established here on earth. So we've already read now 2 Ezra 15, and that's it. That's all we're going to read concerning this article. That was a point right there. What I want to do is grab some comforting scriptures, because we already know that famine is on the way. And it's something that majority of people hear and they don't take seriously, because they've never experienced not eating for 2 to 3 to 4, even more days. And majority of people, especially Americans, don't believe that that's something that could ever happen to them in their lifetime. But it is. And we in this ministry, in this truth, we well understand that this is on the way. And so I just wanted to bring out a few comforting scriptures concerning the times that we're coming into, specifically famine. So Psalm 37 I'll start at verse 18. It says, "The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time." That evil time is talking about Jacob's trouble. We can make it relevant to the time that we're coming into. So Jacob's trouble, when there will be famine, when there will be martial law, when there will be concentration camps, and then in Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, when the CHIP is going to be pushed and made mandatory. It says they, talking about the upright, referring to the elect. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time. Why? Because we understand that through our faith, we're going to be okay. As long as we maintain our integrity in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, what do we have to be ashamed of? Nothing. We know that the Lord is on our side. So once again, they shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine, they shall be satisfied. So we're going to be okay. And I say we, but of course, we don't know if we're part of that number. We're just hoping we are. And that's why we refer to ourselves as the hopeful elect. But nothing is wrong with speaking optimistically, I guess. And just pushing it out there and saying we're going to be okay, because you have to believe it. What's the point in doing this work and everything that we're doing for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. What's the whole point in putting in this sacrifice and then just saying, I may be okay in that evil time? No, you have to believe it and say it. Push it out there. I'm going to be okay. I will be satisfied. The Lord promised. He said that as long as we do his work, then we'll be okay. That's a promise, and I believe it. It says, but the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume, into smoke shall they consume away. Jumping down to verse 25. I have been young, and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. And this is what we put our hope in right here. The mercy of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, knowing that our righteousness, Salakia, now is represented by our faith. So once again, if we endure unto the end, the Lord is going to fight for us. And that means that we're not going to be out here wondering where our next meal is coming from, when everybody else is confused and is in what do they call it? A frenzy, I guess, not knowing where their next meal is going to come from, not knowing where they're going to lay their head at night. We're going to be okay. We're not going to be begging. We're not going to be worried. We just maintain our integrity and faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, knowing that we're going to get our daily bread. To be honest, it's the same thing that we're doing right now. Every single day, we just ask the Lord for our daily bread, and that's it. We don't have to worry about tomorrow or the next day or next week if we're going to be able to afford these food, to be able to afford food as the prices increase. We're not worried about that. We're not worried about if we're going to be able to afford gas as the gas prices increase. The Lord got us. Just take it day by day. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Take it day by day. That's another video topic right there. I want to jump over to the book of Yeshaya 66. Nope, 65. There it is. Isaiah 65, starting at verse 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. And this is specifically for the 2/3 of our people. But verse 13 says, therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So remember, in the days of evil, we're going to be satisfied. We're not going to be ashamed. We're going to be drinking. We're not going to be thirsty. We're going to be eating and not hungry. So once again, just take it day by day, just like how we're doing right now. Nothing is different. The different trials and tribulations that we're going through on a daily or weekly basis, it's all just to build up our spirit and to give us different spiritual gifts so that we can draw from those spiritual gifts when SHTF, SHTF, right, aka Jacob's trouble. So we don't have much to worry about. I'm going to jump over now to the book of 2nd Ezra 2. 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 26. And I'll probably end off here. As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble, Jacob's trouble, and heaviness cometh, and that's encompassed with famine, others shall weep and be sorrowful. But Thou shalt be merry and have abundance. We're going to be cool. The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord. Just wanted to bring out some of those comforting scriptures, knowing that actually it's going to get uncomfortable moving forward. Food prices are not going to go down. Gas prices are only going to get higher again. I mean, now they're talking about Fauci. Fauci just came out a few days ago and said that we're only maybe, I think he said 3 to 4 weeks behind the UK. And they're seeing an increase in infections due to the new variant. And we're behind them only by a few weeks. And if that's the case, then you already know that another shutdown is coming. You know what I'm saying? And now they're talking about by the fall, Fauci once again is saying that they may require another booster. So things are only going to get worse and worse. We're not talking about a recession or just an economic collapse. No, we're talking about the going away, the destruction of this kingdom called Babylon the Great. And once again, we need this to happen in order for the kingdom of heaven to be established. So we're looking forward to Jacob's trouble. We got to get through this hard time. Call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Chakudash. I pray that this video is edifying to the elect, the belongers, to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.